Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. Got some interesting feedback, a lot of interesting feedback, and it's been pretty split 50-50 on the 5D Mark IV, whether you're really pro 5D Mark IV, whether you're anti 5D Mark IV, or whether you have large concerns with the video abilities, basically is what it boils down to. I've been doing a lot of thinking. I've been kind of trying to figure out what's my thoughts on the 5D Mark IV has seemed to divide photographers, videographers. There's basically two camps. If you're a hybrid photographer, if you're more, should I use the word progressive, if you're somebody that shoots video and stills, which more and more of us are doing as professionals, you almost have to these days. More clients are demanding it. Video is the way of the future. You're in one camp. You're pretty much in the camp of the 5D Mark IV is really lacking, and you're really disappointed in what it brings to the table for video ability, video features, the codec. A lot of limitations there, like even the screen. You wish it was a flip screen that you could maneuver around, a vari-angle LCD. So you're probably in that camp. On the other hand, we have what appears to be a large amount of photographers, pros, serious hobbyists, even amateurs that would buy at that price point, who are very happy with the camera as spec because they don't see it as a video camera. They see it only as a stills camera. And this is kind of what Canon has been trying to tell us, but it's so hard to digest for those of us in this camp because it is a camera. The 5D series is a camera that we've come to grow and love and use as a video photography stills hybrid camera. So there's a disconnect there. So for those people that don't like video and only use a camera for photography, there's a huge love, and that's this camp over here, that really likes the 5D IV. And it's got a lot of things to really like if you're only a stills photographer. It's got a good amount of resolution in a newer, well-performing sensor. It's got a newer AF array. It's got a newer body. Just everything's been tweaked that little bit more to give you what you would expect in the next iteration of the 5D as far as photography is concerned. And if I was a 5D III shooter using my camera primarily as a photography camera, I would probably be thrilled with the 5D Mark IV. I would probably check most of my check marks, hit most of my bases, make me happy. I'm not. I'm more in this camp, and this is where a lot of my videos have come from, and where a lot of us online that aren't happy are coming from. Is I'm a hybrid guy. If anything, I do more video these days than I do photography, and I don't want to use, nor can I afford to use, nor do I think you should have to, because the competition has very good tools. The high-end stuff, the $30,000+ stuff from Canon, which is kind of where Canon thinks you should go, it seems, for video. So I was really hoping the 5D IV would be the ultimate full-frame video stills hybrid camera, as was a lot of us over here in this camp. And this is the camp that was, a little disappointed with the 5D Mark IV. If you're only a still shooter, you don't understand those of us over here. If you're a hybrid shooter, you don't really understand those of us over here, those people that are only still shooters, because, from my point of view, I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want Canon to be keeping up with the competition, Canon to give you what all the other, the same tech that you can get from another brand? I would think you would still want that. Granted, if you only shoot stills, then I guess maybe it's not a big deal. I still think you'd want to see your camera capable of that. So that's this camp over here where I'm more in. And obviously there's been a lot of you over here in this camp saying, why are you so upset? It's not a video camera. And I think this is the disconnect. I think if you just want to shoot stills, you really like the 5D IV. If you're a hybrid shooter, if you do video and you wanted your camera to do both, like so much of the competition can do so very well, Panasonic, Sony, Nikon now with the D500 and the D5, you're disappointed and you're feeling Canon's not keeping up, and that they really kicked you in the nether regions as far as, giving you some really limited 4K abilities, when for that price point you were hoping for so much more, and really to be competitive should have been so much more. So those are the two camps, and seems to be fairly polarized. You got, your stills only shooters kind of like ticked at the hybrid shooters, and then the hybrid shooters don't understand why the still shooters over here just wouldn't. Why wouldn't you have those extra features in your camera, even if you're not going to use them? Why not stay competitive? Why not be, why not be rah, your brand being the best and the most competitive and the most technologically advanced? So there's two camps, right? And it seems to have really polarized things from both sides. I see a lot of that, especially on the videos I've done. A lot of people saying, shut up about your complaints about the 5D Mark IV. I only shoot photos. But then just as many people saying, that's old school thinking. We do both, and we're really upset that Canon didn't, especially at this price point with what is our favorite camera, give us a really solid competitive offering. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me that it's polarized people? That if you like the 5D4, you're probably only a still shooter? If you're disappointed with it, like myself, that you're a hybrid shooter, you do a lot of video as well? Do you agree with me on that? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with the premise? And let us know what you are. Are you primarily a still shooter and you like the 5D4? Are you a still shooter and you're a little disappointed too? Are you a hybrid shooter and you like the 5D4? Are you a hybrid shooter and you're more like me, you're a little disappointed? Leave your comments below. Let's talk about it. Let's keep it civil. Two camps. Has Canon polarized its audience, its user base with this 5D4? Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.